They just want you to dance and sing, and they want to appreciate your culture and your food. They go crazy on Cinco de Mayo, bro.
Yeah.
They watch you play basketball, play football, but once you say something, they're just like, no, just dance, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you just here to dance, bro. You're getting paid. Why are you talking about this? I lost my glasses last year, and I haven't bought new ones since.
I stole his glasses last year, and I haven't returned them since. Sorry. Yeah, that was good, quick thinking. We can call it a day, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm gonna warn you before we start. My accent might change like 3 times.
Why?
I don't know. It happens.
He sounds like Drake.
It just happens. That motherfucker, he be Jamaican.
His next one gonna be Russian. I'll be real confused.
I guess not.
Hearing people in Houston say that hoe for everything, I like forget that's a thing.
What the
'cause
hoe?
That hoe, like
Oh,
hoe.
it's
As like a noun.
You're not from Houston. You're from Tomball.
I'm from Tomball.
Yeah, so y'all be saying yee-haw. Y'all do be saying yee-yee.
It's a thing.
Some A&M shit.
No.
Shout out to A&M.
Do not shout out.
I didn't go to college.
It's just in my
We're
face.
cutting that part out. There's free promo.
No free A&M
If you didn't see my face when I said it,
Like
it was
my
like
podcast
anti-A&M.
is all 40 of my subscribers are now gonna go
They're gonna go to
apply to A&M
No,
because
they're
you
not.
just said that.
Go to HBCUs.
Yeah, great.
They can get minority
No,
scholarships if they're not black.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
For real.
You can, yeah, for real.
That's hilarious.
It's crazy, right?
That's actually hilarious.
Those schools are expensive too because they're not state
They
funded.
are. So a white person can get a minority scholarship to HBCU?
But then how do they determine the range of minorities? Like how do they know?
I don't know. I don't think they're incentivized to do it because it's HBCU and they're not Texas. They're not state funded.
Okay,
I
I don't know
didn't go to
anything
school.
about college.
Yeah, no point in that conversation.
Did you ever take your SATs?
I did great on my SATs.
Show us.
I don't remember.
Show us.
I
Pull
did
out,
most good.
pull
I
out the
did-
tax returns.
Yeah.
I just almost said most good instead of better
Ooh.
as I'm talking about my
Yeah,
the
now it sounds
academic
like you're
test
lying.
That's
scores.
why I think you're lying. I never
I
took my
got a
SATs.
27 in my ACT.
Oh, wow.
Is that
So now you remember.
That's the math and science.
I don't.
I
even remember.
actually really suck at like talking,
I don't even
like
remember the range.
literature.
I don't
Yeah?
I said literacy.
Oh, I'm really good at it.
You're
I
good
can
at.
talk all day.
I can tell.
Yeah, I can talk all day. Especially on coffee. Guess how many coffees I had today? Guess.
3.
3.
Yes.
But did you take the rhodiola?
Yeah, I took
The
that.
supplement. So rhodiola is a supplement,
Right.
and it's made out of flower petals. It's natural. You can buy it anywhere.
Mhm.
But it makes you. It adapts to your personality, and then it like improves your mood and gets you like either talking or sleepy, depending on what mood you're in.
So basically, on your show, you come here and you drug us.
You asked about it, picked up the bottle, and
Took it
I
yourself.
said,
Okay, so you say it picks up on your personality. So what if, like, this is not even trying to be funny. What if you're like a narcissist, right? It just makes you more of a narcissist.
well, no, not in that sense. Like, not in like an ego sense, in like a mood.
Well, I'm pretty angry
like your
right
mood.
now, so.
It's gonna make him angrier.
No, but it's okay. So it's like an adaptogen, but like a relaxer,
Okay.
like a
Okay.
mood stabilizer.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Get stabilized. That's a
Yeah.
good word. That's a good word.
Yeah. Like it keeps you in check. Thank you guys for tuning in to Tough Luck with Asanti. My name is Asanti, and you're listening to segment 5 of Tough Luck Podcast. If you're just now starting, make sure you start at segment 1 if you want. If you don't want to deal with me, then make sure you keep listening. We're here with CA the Don and Dende, 2 Houston artists. They've been wonderful. And this episode is sponsored by Trey Coy with Horizon Studios that is letting me use the space today. So if you need studio time or just a place to rehearse, make sure to slide in his DMs.
Yes, sir.
Not mine. Let's talk about the protest yesterday because I was surprised, or not surprised, but a lot more people went than I thought would go.
A lot more people. I actually expected more people to be there.
Really?
I think there were a lot of people there that we didn't see
Yeah,
because they were everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
was like 3
There's
big
people
crowds.
Yeah, no, because when I left Discovery Green after marching from City Hall, people were on the bridge, like under
That's where I
45,
was.
and then people climbed down and were on the 45
Yeah.
on dead ass.
We
Yeah, I didn't
blocked
see
that
that.
road.
Mhm.
and then they were trying to get across to Block 45, and then all of the horses came, and then they called for backup.
I saw that.
And that's whenever there's this one video on Twitter that that was like the police beating on
with the horse, right? Trampling on somebody with a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was trash. I definitely stabbed that horse if that was me and my people. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's an assault of an officer, bro. Those police horses. You hurt a horse, you're getting some time.
Yeah. He's stopping somebody.
I know, I get it. I would do the same thing, but you're getting some real time for that.
Yeah, well, shit.
He gets some real time.
And then Peter gonna come after your ass too. So
I don't. Oh, for sure.
Actually, not because Peter probably is against police horses.
They're a private company, right?
Oh, yeah, they probably are.
Peter's probably against police
but they
horses.
weren't. They're probably also against you stabbing them.
They're probably like, shit, damn.
But I wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't surprised by that amount of people. I feel like it made sense. Like the page I saw, like, cause first I didn't even see that the protest was happening because of page, but people kept sending me the same page, and when I looked at it, like the day before, it said 5,000 people.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, all right.
I went with my friend, and she was going to the front of the protesters and like protecting the other people. And I was really, really scared because it's completely out of my comfort zone to do anything like that. But I felt like because it's so out of my comfort zone and because I'm so safe and protected all the time, that's the exact reason why I should put myself in that situation. Because some people don't get to choose that. And so when I first got there, I like almost had an anxiety attack because it was really nerve-wracking to like be around. And it's just like all this energy of like just hurt, and it was like really moving.
I feel like everything negative that happened was escalated. Like everything, like the whole thing, everything that I saw during the day while I was there during the day, because I was also there at night, but during the day that I saw was all peaceful, and then police would show up, and then something would go wrong.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like we're gonna cause an issue. It was like we're gonna cause an inconvenience, because a minor inconvenience in your day is nothing in comparison to the inconvenience or like literal terror that people live through every day.
Yeah.
So a minor inconvenience, you not being able to get home at 6 to go eat dinner on time, like, is nothing in comparison to like people losing their lives.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like meeting like the peacefulness with like aggression by the police was really bad, and all the news stations and all the videos are just showing people retaliating against that, but they're not showing the incident that started it, and that's not really fair.
And we can say that because we were there.
Literally there.
We were literally all like,
watched it happen.
Fuck perspective, like from like videos. Like we were there in the daytime when it was peaceful, and then nighttime when it got not peaceful. And I was there when. What time did you? It was like after 10, and we were marching. Everyone was just marching, just chanting, and they blocked us all out. Like they came from all corners. They would literally like cut off parts of the street. And so they would see us move left, and they would come here, and we have to go right. And it was like they were trapping like a mouse, you know, like in a maze. And then they started throwing tear gas. Yeah. And then that's when people started jumping on shit. And throwing shit.
I'm trying to play this video. Did you guys were there and then you guys came back? Like you left and came back?
Yeah, I left to get food.
Yeah, I went to eat because I was starving and I went back.
Oh yeah, my day was like peaceful until the nighttime.
Yeah, everything looks so.
This is in the daytime.
Look up. Nobody's like everybody's chilling, chanting. Nothing being broken.
And you wrote the song the day before, right?
I had 2 days before, because this I started being very vocal about this issue, and I hadn't been talking about like social issues in a while, but somebody like tried to get in an argument on Facebook about it, and then out of nowhere he just goes, I actually went to college with you freshman year. I don't even remember this guy, but I went to college in like Brownwood, Texas, middle of nowhere. And he was like, I went to college with you. I was actually pretty happy to see like your music career and that you're doing good. I don't know if I want to like listen to you anymore.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So like this song, I was like, fuck this guy.
And it was
like,
over the George Floyd thing, like
it was just because I was just like, I can understand why people are so upset to the point point that they're breaking stuff. Like, I'm not gonna break anything.
Yeah.
I was there while I was literally next to people breaking shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it.
Yeah.
But I understand why they're doing
You
it.
understand that.
I get it, and that's
like,
what I was saying.
It's the problem is big enough. Like, people are hurting so bad that this
I was
is
like, I
like,
get it. This is
like,
the only
what
way
do you
that people
want
are
them
gonna
to
listen.
do? Send letters?
Yeah,
They're
so
just
I
gonna open up letters and read
Well,
them.
you really said that.
Yeah, and I was like, so the song is literally like they just want you to dance and sing, and they want to appreciate your culture and your food, and that goes for anybody, not even just black people.
Yeah.
Like in this country, they wanna
Yeah.
experience your culture and your food. Like they go crazy on Cinco de Mayo, bro.
Yeah.
Like they want to experience your
Yeah.
culture. They love your music. They love your food. They watch you play basketball, play football. But once you say something, they're just like, no, just dance, bro.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
you're just here to dance, bro.
Dribble the
You're
ball.
getting paid. Why are you talking about this?
Mhm.
That's what that song is. It's just like literally like take your money, boy, dance.
Mhm.
Like that's how I felt. I was like, fuck that. Like no, that's stupid. What's the point of that?
But
Yeah.
quick, I love the beat choice you chose for that song. Like
Yeah, because even if you're not listening to the words,
it's first of all, you're saying just dance, and it's a dance, and then like usually when people cover this topic, it's like a hip hop rap beat, but it's like you that's hard. You
Thank
know.
you.
Yeah.
I was about to add on to that. It's and I've literally lost like since yesterday like more than 15 followers and people I know personally, and it's like I'm like
Yeah.
look, I've hung out with these people, and why do you get to soak in the benefits of having black friends, and
Yeah.
you obviously like hanging out with these guys, like you like hanging out with us, like hanging out with black people, we listen to rap together, you love everything hip hop culture, we go to shows together, why? But then when shit like this happens, you don't even
You're
do one
silent.
post. Now I don't understand, like how are you not outraged your friend? Like we hang out every day. This is literally people I hang out with every single day.
Did you message them?
We don't hang out like
Or you don't hang out anymore?
they're mad at me for voicing it so much, and I'm like
they're annoyed.
dude,
But it's like, how can you ignore it?
why are you not this mad?
Yeah.
Like we have the same best friends. Our best friends are black, and it's not. It shouldn't even be that. It shouldn't even have to hit that close to home, being your best friend. But like,
but that should be a thing where
it
you're
should
like,
be
okay,
enough.
maybe I should think
Yeah,
about
like
this.
what the fuck? Yeah, like I don't know, but what I just don't understand. It's literally the same people. Like they love listening to rap. They want to start rapping. They ask me to get them in the studio. They want to this and that, and they even go as far as wearing do rags. But they can't. But they don't
Are
sing.
you
I
serious?
promise you.
No, they know what do-rags for.
White boy do rag.
What is
But-
it gonna do?
But exactly, what's it gonna do? And but they're silent during this time. I'm like, I can't.
It's just hypocritical, but at the same time, I'm
It's
not
like-
gonna be bothered. I'm not gonna be bothered by it because like that's just you. Like,
Yeah,
you don't have
keep
to.
it moving. Now you know.
I can't think of. I know so many people of color that have had negative run-ins with police, and they had no reason for it to happen, including myself numerous times, to the point that it's just like, how are you gonna deny this stuff? Like, it's annoying.
It's like when a white person, and look, before we get into this, I do not hate white people. Okay,
I love white people.
I love that doesn't do it. I hate racist white people. That's what I hate. I hate racist white people. I hate racism. Look, I was gonna say, it's like when white people say, I've literally heard so many people tell me racism doesn't exist anymore, or it's not as bad as it used to be. It's like, bro, of course racism doesn't exist in, like, how are you gonna tell me racism doesn't exist? You're white.
You don't notice.
It doesn't exist to you.
It's like me being in my house and you being in your house, and it's cold as shit in your house, but I'm telling you, hey, bro, nah, it's not cold in your house. Like, how the fuck am I? I'm not in your house. I'm in my house. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know?
That's a very good analogy.
Like, and it's like it really frustrates me. It's like,
house,
for real.
That's
like,
a really good.
It's like
analogy.
it's me sitting in my house and telling you how it feels in your house. It's like it doesn't make sense, and it's just really frustrating.
They notice when they get pulled over and then get let off with a warning for crying. Girls do it all the time.
100%.
Girls understand that they have pretty privilege all the time.
Yeah.
Over, like, what race you are. So why don't, like, it's not that far out for someone to be like the opposite.
Right.
Towards someone because of how you look. Girls experience pretty privilege because of how they look. So they're like, it's not that far off to understand the concept of it being the other way around.
And I think that people get mad because they know police officers, their family members are police officers, and they're feeling like we're saying that all police officers are racist. We're saying that in this like society, it's like engraved into you to feel that black people are scary, and like literally there's people that like
they've
are in the police force
criminalized the skin color
for sure, and they're like literally like afraid. They're really afraid, and they say they fear for their life because they really might. Yep. Like they honestly might. A lot of them are probably just racist, but some of them really just fear for their life is because they're scared of us, and I don't understand how to like fix that. It's not our. I don't feel like it's my problem to fix.
No, it's not.
I don't think it's my problem.
Well, there's nothing you can do. What are you supposed to do to
nothing?
I feel
cater
like
to their and them being afraid is racism. Like they're
afraid.
It is.
It's a different form. It's internalized.
Yeah,
it's internalized. It's just not overtly racist. You're not saying I don't like you because you're black. You're saying I'm scared and I feel like you're gonna kill me.
Yeah,
exactly. Insecurity, and
I feel like I think the riots are calling out for a solution, like applying pressure, like making it like if you don't fix something quick, then what?
Yeah, we've had many peaceful.
And with like police, I think that the solution would be to have some sort of psychological like testing.
For sure.
Before you put someone out there.
100%.
And being involved with like their ability to remain calm in like high pressured situations, or like when things become intense to like not to have like better control of their emotions.
Sure. I think it would also help to actually do something about citizen complaints. And incidents with police officers, because the officer that killed George Floyd had about 12 incidents reported on him. He was involved with, I think, 5 other police like shootings.
Yeah,
he killed somebody before.
He's killed people before, and he's been complained on for like
and then 3 other
police brutality numerous times, and nothing happened.
And this could have been avoided.
Yeah, 100%. It's just the police they try to protect their own, and I get it to an extent.
Right.
You want to protect your own, but also you have to hold people accountable.
Yeah.
Like,
well, they don't, because that's their belief. Like the people higher up in that, like they believe they fuck with that. You know, they fuck with what that police officer does. That's why they let him go.
It was also, I feel like it's really weird that they have to be neutral. Especially during the protest. I don't know if y'all saw this, but during the protest, I saw a good amount of cops because like people were sitting there like talking to them, and I was just listening.
Yeah.
And I actually got a good amount of footage of it, but I didn't put it in the video because I didn't want to use the audio. But they were talking to them, and a good amount of some of the police officers when we were at City Hall were like agreeing with them and being like, "Yeah, we need to do something about this. I don't like this, but they can't." Like they were, and the people were asking them like, "Why aren't y'all marching with us? And why aren't y'all doing that?" And they were like, "We have to be neutral. Like we're not allowed to." They're not letting them.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
There
like,
was.
You got to take your badge off.
And you know you'll lose your job.
All these people like work their life to be a cop for some reason.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
They're not willing to lose their job.
I mean, look, look, the thought of losing your job. You know, like they're paying their house off to lose their job. Yeah, that's scary, but. If you really, really believe like in the cause, like I don't know, it's hard to say in my. It's not hard to say. Like I could say I would do it, you know, and you should do it, but I'm not over here have to quit my job to support the cause. You know? Yeah. But I feel like obviously if they're gonna stand up against the cops, they're not gonna be police no more. Like, obviously.
100%.
So,
and if they are, they're not gonna. Those police officers aren't gonna have their back.
Oh no, hell no! They're gonna fuck them up. That's why that guy, a police officer, shot another police officer in Houston 2 days ago. It was by accident. They call it friendly. Deadass. They call it friendly fire. And fuck. I wish I could fact check this. I forgot this name. But that apparently that guy, the police officer that died, he was like in the neighborhoods. Like he would be in the neighborhoods. He would help out. Like he would be out there playing with the kids, hooping and shit like that. Like deadass.
One of my friends, we had a conversation the other day, yesterday actually, before I went to the protest, and one of his suggestions, which is something that's never gonna happen, but he was like, one of the things that we could do to like that they could implement on a policing level is you can't police further than 3 to 5 miles outside of where you live at.
Wow.
So because this is the community, if you're so scared, if you're around these people that you know, and this is your community, you need to police your community. So the people that are going to the predominantly people of color like neighborhoods live there. So they're not in there scared and holding a gun at random people.
Right. Like not recognizing their area.
But then that makes like you gotta think about people not gonna want to live in those areas.
People live there already. There's officers
Police,
that live
I'm
there.
talking about the- yeah.
There's officers that live there, bro.
And it could be done there. It could be done. I think that's
It
a great
wouldn't
idea.
happen. It wouldn't happen.
I think that's actually,
I don't think it would ever happen.
shout your friends out, bro. That's a great idea.
Yeah,
Jesus.
his name's Parker.
Man, that's a great idea. Parker, shout out to Parker. That's a great idea. Wow.
There was a Mexican guy that was yelling at a Mexican officer, like, you're on the wrong side of the fence.
Yeah.
And this Mexican officer, he was standing his ground. My friend was yelling stuff at him, and he, like, his eyes were, like, quavering, so he had a mask on. He had to, like, keep a serious face. And there was a Mexican guy yelling at him. He was saying, what was he saying? He was saying, if your mom had died, I would still be here. He was saying, if it was your brother, your daughter, if they passed away, I would be here. And I started bawling, and I started crying behind my friend, and I was just, like, standing there, and his eyes were, like, quavering, and
But then, like tearing up?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was really sad.
I mean, look.
That, like, shift of perspective.
I'm not, obviously, not every single cop is a piece of shit. Obviously.
And then the Mexican guy, he was like, they put you on outside duty today, bro.
Boy, none of them cops got to go home today. Nobody was off today, but I mean yesterday.
Nope.
Maybe not even today. Nobody.
They worked
Fucking sucks.
all night.
I was there. What time did you leave downtown? Like for the second time?
Or close to midnight.
Yeah, we left at like 11 something.
Yeah, 11 something.
Because it got bad.
When I text you that post, they shut it down. They said no entry or exit downtown.
That's probably when they arrested the 200 plus people. Because while I was there at night, I only saw 2 people go to jail.
They arrested 200 plus people?
I did not know that.
They said they arrested around 200 people last night. And
what time?
That probably after midnight. When they closed downtown, they probably was like, everybody that's still here, fuck you. Which, that's not going to stick, because they didn't catch them. If they didn't catch them doing anything, that's not going to stick. They just had to hold them.
My friend said they were taking up IDs.
Oh yeah, at one point they were when they were boxing people in, like how they did us.
Yeah.
They boxed us in too, and they were like, they were telling people that if you want to leave out of this box, you got to tell us your identity. You have to tell us who you are.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen to us because we ran out.
I ran out. They were walking. They walked us in and they got out the car. And I made eye contact with one officer. It was a lady. And I made eye contact with her. She got out the car and she started walking towards me. I was like, nope. I got on my phone quick. I was like, nope.
But yeah, I only saw 2 people. I only saw like 2 people get arrested.
I saw
one dude. Okay, so we were walking and they were like the group of people I was with. They were all fucking shit up along the way, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And like for real, like windows, and they were fucking shit up. And every time we meet the police would like walk up on us and like push people back. And one dude grabbed a rock and threw it at one of the police cars, and immediately just got tackled, slammed on the ground. He was knocked out, knocked out cold.
Damn.
And that's actually that last scene in the in that video is that dude threw a rock at the car. And then, but what you don't see is that cop that tackled him got hit in the top of the head with a fucking plank.
Yes, sir.
Because like the person that was standing next to me saw him tackle that dude, and he just picked him a plank
and hit him.
and he hits fucking
Yes,
through
sir.
it in the top of the head. That's just funny as fuck. But it is.
Damn.
There's this one video on Twitter.
Sheesh. It's
that
bad.
The punch.
There's one where a cop is like out on the ground, and then this guy comes up to him and he's like dressed in like raggedy clothes, but then he's like, I'm a cop, and then he helps the other cop pick him
undercover.
up. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was a
Crazy.
few. I feel like especially during the daytime, there was people that seemed like they were like doing too much. There was weird people that I just kept seeing.
Yeah.
They
were like up front the whole time. There was this and it was like they middle-aged like white men. I saw one dude, I don't even know what the hell he was. He was like old and he's short. He just kept going, cop killers, murderers, they're hired to kill you. He literally kept saying that. I have videos and like you can hear it. And there was this Hispanic dude and he had like on like a red bandana on his forehead. He had no mask on. He was wearing all red and he just kept yelling shit. And everybody was like yelling out like George Floyd. And he was just going, murder him. Oh,
kill him. Fuck him. I was like, what's going on, bro? Are you trying to incite?
Yeah. It's like, who dresses like that? Dead ass. What the hell?
They were like, okay, this is what you think blood's just like?
Oh my god, dude.
It's weird.
It clicks now. I just thought he was a weirdo.
It was weird.
It makes sense.
It just seemed like people. I'm not gonna say that they were placed there, but it seemed very
but
off.
It was just very.
It seemed very off.
I'm just glad that you and I both made it home safe after being out at night.
That was really scary to see people's stories.
Yeah.
while they were there.
Yeah.
That's so
I ain't
scary.
posting nobody.
I
ain't posting my face.
When I got there at night, that feeling you said you got this on to you, like anxiety and stuff. Like I felt that when I got there at night, when I went back, because I parked. When I parked, as soon as I parked, the street was kind of empty, but on the other side was packed, and there's helicopters everywhere, and people were running this way, that way, cars. I'm like, okay, I'm here, and I used that anxiety into like kind of fuel, and I just ran towards the protest and just started yelling because. But I did feel very, very anxious. It was like a surreal feeling.
Yeah.
I got mad. I just immediately got mad. I got mad. The more cops I saw, the angrier I got. I'm like,
there were
fuck.
so many fucking cops.
I've never seen that many police officers.
Me neither.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was yeah. It felt like we were in like an apocalypse movie.
Yeah.
It was weird to see the amount of police officers there to like
against
stop
us.
people.
Yeah, protesting
from
death,
like walking
murder.
like
yeah.
it's like it's really weird because they were the minority of people were fucking stuff up.
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah.
And they were there like to stop everybody.
I saw one guy hit a random car driving by, but fuck that car for driving by so fucking fast. You see people walking, you know it's a fucking protest. You know what this is. I'm sorry, can I cuss on? Yeah, I can cuss on him, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay, fuck that guy. Like, you know it's a protest. Like, why are you driving so fast? And they fucking threw rocks at that car. It was a red car. It was a Elantra. I remember that.
So whoever drove that,
you got fucked.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I feel like we have to. Do you have like footage? Like, do you take any videos or anything?
Yeah.
I feel like what our responsibility is as people, like, because I plan on going back. I might go back after tonight because apparently they're still doing stuff tonight. I might go back there after this. But I feel like our responsibility as people that are actually there is to film it and put it out, which is pretty much the point of me doing that video and me like putting it together to show that the majority of that protest was peaceful until the fucking militarized ass police showed up. Like there's this part in there where it's just like 50 of them just walking in a line, just pushing people back.
Yes,
it was weird. I was like, what the fuck is this, bro?
Yeah. Oh, you were there, bro. I didn't run into you. Like you were right there. You were talking about like when they were
weird.
Oh, they were all. There was a SWAT team. The SWAT team came in. That's what it was.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and they had the shields on.
I'm like the camo dudes.
Yeah. I'm like
camo boys.
Like, what are y'all doing?
All the camo boys.
It was very scary passing by the police station. Like on my way back to the downtown at night, I drove past the HPD station and they were loading up. Boy, what? It should look like.
We should have fucked that up.
Yeah.
But that's what they should have aimed at. It looked like fucking war zone. Like they were just loading up their ammunition at the loadout. Shout out to Warzone.
Did you guys ever use the pandemic as an excuse to not hang out with people?
I don't need an excuse not to hang out with people.
I did.
I just felt
especially the first week.
Oh yeah, I did do it though. But I feel like I don't need an excuse because I don't feel like
you just say no.
Like, no.
I used it. I don't think it was an excuse. I genuinely didn't want to hang out with people because of the. Actually, no, it was an excuse. Yeah. Sorry, guys.